first semi-final, and it's Guo Yunfei against Anastasia BARYSHNIKOVA. With me, Mike McKenzie, international coach, international referee. Welcome, Mike.
Evening, Adrian.
We've had some really good action so far today. We've been sat here watching competition on all three rings, all three mats that have been going on, and it's been absolutely wonderful. Without sort of giving the game away, you already saw from the original screen we had on there that some of the top athletes have actually not even have made it through to the semi-final stage. You know, in the men's -80 category, you know, the top 6 in the world are all not here.
Well, I'd say to that, this is the Grand Prix, this is the highlight of World Taekwondo competition, and to be at this competition itself means that you're one of the elite, and that -80 category is wide open. So when you see some of these players that are not in the top ranked athletes but are actually there in the semi-finals, you can appreciate the the quality and the caliber of these sportsmen.
Yeah. Well, the referees took their time getting out, a couple of minutes late. It's not like them to be late, is it, on the cockpit? But we are just a little bit of a late start. But here we go. And to start with, from China, Guo Yunfei.
Number 26. Kızlar arasındaki жартылай финалды бастаймыз. 67 келі салмақ дәрежесі бойынша көк бұрышқа Guo Yunfei, Қытай Халық Республикасы. WTF олимпиадалық рейтингіндегі нөмірі 26.
We invite red, Anastasia BARYSHNIKOVA, Russia, in the WTF Olympic ranking number 5.
67 келі салмақ дәрежесіндегі қызыл бұрышқа Anastasia BARYSHNIKOVA шығады. Ресей, WTF...
Well, there is an athlete from red that's entered the arena as well. There she is, Anastasia BARYSHNIKOVA of Russia. And I think it's fair to say she's a hot favourite here for this one. Her past results so far, she beat the world number 34, the world number 13 and the world number 12, and only the quarter-final was possible clear. In fact, Paige McPherson was down to one single point. But a couple of competitive matches there, very easy first round win, a 12-0 there. As for her opponent, Guo Yunfei, well, she beat the world number, the local Kazakhstani who's not ranked. Then she beat the world number 9, Nur Tatar, and then it was Harari. I don't know how to say that one too well. The world number 16, and it was Harari who beat the world number 1 on the way here. The referee for the match, Juan Carlos Rodriguez of El Salvador. So both athletes taking their time. It's a little bit slower, Mike, than yesterday. Yesterday, it looked like they all had a bus to catch. Now they're all taking their time. It's nice and straightforward.
Well, the athletes will definitely want to get going.
Yep.
We've got the instruction now.
Yep.
I think, with it being the first match, they're just doing a systems test.
Yeah.
The athletes are wearing the PSS, protective scoring systems, and obviously they want to make sure that it's registered, so the points monitored, because they're recorded automatically when there's an impact with the foot sensor onto the body protector.
Yep. Well, there has been a few technical issues. Just literally minutes before we came on air, there was a few issues. A few people running around with cables in their hands, and the plasma screens weren't working. But everything seems to be up and running. We're all ready to go, and I think here, you know, we've got Guo Yunfei, who is world ranked number 26. From China, though, we said before, you're not going to get any bad athletes from China up against the world number 5, BARYSHNIKOVA, BARYSHNIKOVA won Grand Prix number 1 in China just 6 weeks ago, and she's the girl on form, and she's got to be the favourite for this particular bout.
Well, she was a competitor at the Olympic Games. She was a former European champion, and she got bronze in the World Championships before, so she has got a great record of achievements. The Chinese girl, I don't know as well, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, looking, they are taking their time here, but it's nice to have a bit of breathing space actually, and not be rushing around as we were yesterday. I hope you loved the action yesterday. We had some really cracking bouts, and here we are today. And this one's certainly going to be an interesting one for sure. Guo Yunfei actually only won by superiority, as you saw in that results list in her match against Oh Harai, and so that was very tight. And off we go. First period. And the Russian in red and scores early on. First kick, that must give you confidence. Very first kick of the bout, get a point. No worries there. And there's actually quite a sizable crowd that's come to watch this bout as well. All behind. Not too many from the sides. They've all got a viewpoint right over the top of this ring. Yeah, BARYSHNIKOVA certainly bossing this bout, isn't she? She's taken centre point. She's pushing her opponent around.
She's got an aggressive style coming off the lead leg, and she can go to the body or go up to the heart, to the head. So she's trying to take it to a Chinese opponent, but I think she's just been weighed up right now. So I'm expecting things from the Chinese athlete.
Yeah. Yes, you don't. We were saying yesterday, you don't get many bad athletes coming from Korea or Iran or some of Russia, the powerhouse nations.
No, that's right. Yeah, and again, Grand Prix, they're all elite athletes. They're all high performers. BARYSHNIKOVA trying to prove the point there, get some early points in with an axe kick to the head.
Yeah.
Quite short, fell short, but it shows that she's what her intentions are.
Absolutely. Well, BARYSHNIKOVA won in China in Grand Prix #1 just about 6 weeks ago. She won convincingly there by a decent margin in the final, and she's certainly a girl on form at the moment. As we come to the final 30 seconds here. 3 periods of 2 minutes apiece, and you score 1 point for a kick to the body or a punch. Spinning kick to the body gives you 2 points. You add a bit of extra panache to it and it gives you an extra point. A head kick is 3 points and a spinning head kick is 4 points. And there's also kyungos as well. You get what we're deeming a yellow card on our graphics as the first period comes to an end. And you get a kyungo for any particular foul or penalty. And also, if you fall over, it's also deemed an automatic kyungo. So, and if you get 2 of those, you get a red card, and that's a point to your opponent. So that's the first period, and it was the very first kick of the bout that gave BARYSHNIKOVA the early points. Well, just while we've just got a break here, there is a rumour going around that Safwan Khalil of Australia, who's due to be in the semi-final a bit later on in the men's -58 category, there's a good strong rumour going around that he won't actually take to the ring, and he's actually struggling with injury. So well, there we go. They've had their little break. This is a -67 kilogram category, not the -57 kilogram, as our graphics incorrectly said a second ago. So here we go. Second period, and already hunt for a head kick there from a Russian. These guys can really lift that foot up. Guo seems to be just a little bit more aggressive in this second period here. So as you said, Mike, she sized up her opponent a little bit in that first period.
She did, yes. She'll lead in off her left leg forwards, but I think we'll see her scoring off the... Sorry, she'll lead off her right leg, and I think we'll see her scoring with the left leg to the body.
Yep. Chinese coach there looking on intently. There's been quite a few points scored in earlier rounds with these. BARYSHNIKOVA won 12-0, 7-6 and 3-2. Whereas Guo won 9-2, and then with a golden point, 6-5, and a 2-all on superiority. So we've seen plenty of points scored, and usually I think the general pattern, if you watched yesterday, you'll have seen there does seem to be a bit of a pattern that in the first couple of rounds, the first 2 rounds is a little bit of tactical, and when it gets to the 3rd round and there's nothing to hold back on, every last bit of energy goes out. And there's an equaliser point now for Guo.
The Chinese athlete is definitely more aggressive in this round.
Yeah, she's bossed it. It's almost gone in reverse, hasn't it? And BARYSHNIKOVA just, tries the spinning back kick. It goes down and she'll receive a Kyung-go for that. Now another one of those and there's a point, so that becomes a factor as well. And I think one of the things, I found a little bit strange myself, I must admit, is that you could actually push your opponent over and you get this half point, you get this Kyung-go, because the feeling is the athlete isn't there to defend themselves.
Not actually, because a push itself is a Kyung-go as well, so you're not allowed to push, grab or hold your opponent. So if it's a pushing motion, if say the bodies clash, then that could be classed as a accidental push.
Yeah.
So it's to do with intentionality. So if you actually made a physical push over, that would be a Kyung-go warning. That would be the foul that would be penalised, not the falling over.
Yeah. Well, here we go. That's period number 2 out of the way, and it's 1-1. It's all to play for in the final period. 3 periods of 2 minutes. Well, the coaches are both getting a little bit exalted with their athletes, actually. BARYSHNIKOVA's got 2 coaches in her corner.
It's not technically allowed. The second coach is actually the team medic or doctor,
right.
So he shouldn't be offering any advice at all. In fact, that's a foul. He's not allowed to do that.
Yeah. Well,
I think sorry, go on.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I was just going to say that they're coming out for the final period here, and it's all to play for now, isn't it, Mike? This is where, I think the gloves come off and they really do start, fighting with a little bit of freedom now.
Well, I think the Chinese coach will be saying to a player, take the opportunities. There are opportunities when BARYSHNIKOVA is open and the Chinese athlete's not taking them. So I think that's what the Chinese coach will be saying. And the Russian coach will be telling BARYSHNIKOVA to actually make contact, just commit a little bit more, and all those nearly chances need to be converted into points.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit of encouragement here for the Russian. A quarter of the population here in Astana are Russian, and Russia's widely spoken here. And there certainly is. There's certainly a few cheers. You've probably heard it earlier, Mike. When the Russians win, there's a big cheer goes up in the crowd.
It is. The Russians got a big contingency here in the crowd, and also with their team and support. That's Kyung-go there. That's it.
Well, that kick was worth 2 points in that respect, because she kicked her opponent over, so she got a point for the kick, and then the Kyung-go. And now BARYSHNIKOVA's got something to do here. There's a minute to go on the clock, and for the first time in the match, BARYSHNIKOVA really has to try and step up the pace. Just adjusting her leg gear there. This is the moment, but the Chinese athlete GUO looks very, very comfortable here. She looks as if she's very young, obviously. We don't even have information about her. She's that new on the circuit. Attempted head kick there from BARYSHNIKOVA. She's forced her opponent out, but she's going to need more than that. There's one Kyung-go, but she's going to need to actually score a point with a kick here. She's going to force her opponent out again. Is the official going to give a Kyung-go for that? No, he's not. I'm surprised there.
I think she did manage to keep inside, just inside.
Yeah, 36 seconds on the clock. This is a big moment. GUO's gone into defensive mode. BARYSHNIKOVA is all-out attack here now with 30 seconds on the clock. Can she score? Goes for the head kick, misses by a fraction. Takes a little breather. GUO decides to try and claim another point. 20 seconds. BARYSHNIKOVA just composing herself for the final big attack now. She knows this is the moment. And great defense from GUO. GUO goes down. There'll be another point for BARYSHNIKOVA, but I'm sure 12 seconds, surely we can't have 2 Kyung-go's in 12 seconds. Time's running down quickly. BARYSHNIKOVA, GUO just defending away, avoiding. This could be a Kyung-go in itself, but 2 seconds to go. Has she hit the head kick?
Appeal for the headshot. Appeal for the headshot.
We are going to have an appeal. There is no doubt about that. The Russian coach is up on his feet straight away. Time is gone. But well, let's have a look. Surely we'll see a few replays on screen in a second. The officials are already replaying it on their system. We all know what that was about. Big head kick right at the very end. And of course, if she gets it, she takes the gold. So here we go. The officials, now we can see a plasma screen to our side, but let's have a look at what's going on here. Let's see, is there contact? Oh, that looked like it. That looked
so.
like it. I think there's, and the Russian crowd here in the arena are all applauding because they saw the head go back. That looks like a head kick. That looks like 3 points. And BARYSHNIKOVA, how late was that? Leave it until 2 seconds to go.
Well, it's a sign of a great athlete to actually do that. I'd have expected the Chinese to take headshots, you know, as BARYSHNIKOVA was attacking, but that was a tremendous, opportune, superb kick if it scores, if the IVR judges score it.
This is the moment. He's either going to give the thumbs up or it's going to be the cross movement with the arms. And I think we both think here that that was a kick and that you actually saw the head move. That's the point.
Rejected, it's rejected.
Oh my goodness, that's rejected. And the gold has gone to GUO Yunfei. And, well, Mike.
That should takes into the semi-final. That's the semi-final.
Sorry,
so yeah,
I do apologise. I'm getting overexcited with that. So, GUO wins 3-2.
I think BARYSHNIKOVA will be devastated with that. I think, you know, when you score a point like that, or potentially score a point like that, should I say, it's devastating, absolutely devastating.
Mike, tell us, why would the officials have not given that? Like, what could be the reason be behind it?
They have to judge it on the image that they see, which is not always, to be truthful, as clear as the broadcast image that we're seeing. And I think that the angle wasn't right, and if there's any doubt at all, then they have to reject the appeal.
Yeah. Well, we'd put her in the final, but the judges, they're the experts. But, I think, in fact, we might see it here in a second.
No.
So here we go. Second semi-final.